Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. So I've got a 12-inch by 24-inch canvas and a desire to set up a sky. And I'm going to give myself a little white dot, a vivid intense white, and blow it out. Just to give myself the impression of where I want my sun. Might be a little high. And then I'll probably just make that disappear at some point. I've got some white pearl. And some light blue. I can't remember what the light blue is. I do have oriental blue, which I meant to take the clot out of the top, which is not coming easily. Well, that's really strange. And where's my light blue? Excuse me. This is a Titan light blue. And I think I'm going to indulge in a little bit of Whispering Wisteria. No, it's not. I had it written on there. This happened to me a couple times recently. Now there's probably more than enough paint there to cover most of the sky, but I just saw a little lump of something used to come out. I don't mind if I get glop on my picture, especially if it's all sky colors. I do mind if I get large chunks of whatever that was. So I'm making a mess, but I like the colors I've got in place, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to use my residuals on the edges. And along the top. If I'm quick. I wanted yellow in my horizon line and orange, but that's not seeming to work out right now. Alright, my edges are somewhat covered. This time I'm going to try not to overwork, with the exception of getting that little black speck out of there. Trying to keep any drips from happening at the top. I'm not going to worry about that. Not sure about that one little weird spot there, so I'm going to scrape it up and start it over. Okay, time to clean off my spatula and maybe dab a few clouds in place. Before that, I might want that paint for something. Throw that in the bucket. My fresh spatula will help. Now, I am going to try and do what I said I was going to do, although I'm not feeling too confident about it right now. I had a million. There it is. That's Pearly Orange. This is a Vermilion. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the Frosted Berry, use it as a stopgap in between. I don't know how this is going to work out. Now, I'm going to do something weird. Take some mellow yellow. I want some more on the other side. I think I might actually scrape up some of the color I have there. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that alone for right now, with the exception of hitting the top where I see a couple of digs. Alright, that'll work for me. Now, I did pull out a Q-tip. So this has been a couple of days, and I want to do a few things, such as take some Isadora and put it around the outside of this little sun that I'm going to fill in with white in a minute. Making sure that that little impedance that I just saw land in there doesn't stay. Maybe it was just a bubble. And I'm going to use a little more white metallic. Just maybe more than I need, but I'm going to use my little nail art tool. I was going to blow it around. I probably still will. I kind of wanted to integrate the outside with the inside. The inside of the sun with the outside of the yellow. I'm not making much sense. Sorry. So I kind of like that, and I might ruin it by blowing on it, but I got to try it. And I like that fine. So now, hopefully I don't do it any damage when I try and add some color. Less color than pearl for the moment. I figure I'll deal with the taped portion. I didn't mention the taped portion, yeah. I added tape to try and straighten out a horizon line. I think that might be enough for right now. I wanted to go kind of slow on this process. I've got some Vivid Intense Blue-Green. And I pulled out some other colors, and I'll see how I feel about them in a second. Oh, this is Cerulean Sea, which is not coming out easily. I want to put a little bit of periwinkle right in the middle where the purple is in the sky, so it looks like it's reflecting. This is Vivid Intense Blue-Green. Ah, again, maybe not. Let's try something like Sea Glass. Pulled out Mysterious Mystique, so I think I'm going to use it. And here is the periwinkle. Now I want to put a little bit of the golden iridescent gold down at the bottom, because I might be imagining some sand, and that's the color I like for sand. Now, recently I've used too much paint, so I'm going to try and find a scrape dish that I can use readily, easily. Right there. And when I go across, I'm going to try and come back again. And use that paint on the edge. I like the use of the white as a reflective element. I would like to make it all the way up to the edge of that tape. I probably should have used a color up there, but I think it'll be colored anyway. It will be if I stick some color in there now. Let's just use that. More of that. I'm basically going to let this dry and come back. I'm going to use this on this side. Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, it's important to take the tape off. Which I will save and maybe possibly use again. But I need to let this dry and decide what I want to do exactly in there. So for right now, I'm done. I've had a chance to think about this and I like what I've got, but I think this would make a wonderful looking sandbar. So I'm going to combine some silver and some gold. I'm going to use the same golden product, fluid acrylic. And if I have to scrape some paint away, maybe I'll have to do that. DecoArt silver, iridescent silver. I might use it in the clouds. I might put some clouds in is what I'm trying to say. I've got a little rubber brush. Kind of like the texture, she said as she smoothed it all away. I still want some frosted berry, and I think I want some pink diamond too. I think I'm going to put some pink diamond down in a dish, or into my palette. And I guess I'm done. The silver in the sandbar looks like the ocean beyond the sandbar that I put in the middle. This is kind of cool. Thanks for joining me. Maybe I should put my sun off to the left next time. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale, I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.